Hello everybody, my name's Matthew Funge. I'm from a company called Your Stand Builder, and I'm going to talk to you today about why I wanted to become an entrepreneur and a little bit about the exhibition industry as well. For me, it was about the work-life balance that owning your own company gives you. I wanted to challenge myself to really achieve something that hadn't been done before. I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, and it gave me an opportunity to build something that was really my own, that I could look upon and think, yeah, I built that, I started from scratch, I've developed this company, and I'm passionate about it. People work to earn money. The thinking behind it as well was, I'm going to give myself the best possible chance of having a good standard of living in the future by building something for myself and being in total control over my own personal finances. Chance to make a real difference in a global industry, to build something that's going to benefit people all around the world in various different positions at various different companies. I like the fact that everything that I put into it, I'm going to see the benefit of. You're not contributing to someone else's dream, you're actually building your own. There's an element of constant problem solving as well, which I find really enjoyable. Perhaps something that you don't get quite as much when you're employed by somebody else. When it's your company, you take these problems a little bit more personally. It's more important than ever to find solutions to them. To provide a useful and innovative service on a worldwide scale, and to bring a new concept to an industry that needed to be updated, hadn't been modernized in a very long time, and I saw that opportunity to really make a difference. I used to be involved in the industry as an employee of a company who used to exhibit at many events around the world. I wanted to build something that would have benefited me in that role, but also going forward can benefit all those people who are in similar roles that I was in at companies of all sizes everywhere, so that I can make it easier than ever for them to do their jobs. I think disruptive innovation is really key to advancing. If you look at what Uber did with taxis and what Booking.com did with hotels, these were brand new concepts that had never really been explored before, and now they're world leaders. That's the same thing that I want to do with my business, and that's what really motivates me to get up every day and keep going with it. Changing mindsets and changing attitudes in an industry that's been very much the same for a very long time is going to be a time-consuming task. It's not going to happen overnight. I came into it perhaps naively thinking that what we were offering was fantastic and everyone was going to take it immediately. In truth, that didn't happen, and still now, a couple of years on, we're still in that slow process of converting people, educating people, making them see the benefits of embracing a new technology. And that's going to continue to be a slow process. That's part of the challenge that I enjoy, convincing somebody and opening their eyes to something that can be better than what they're doing, but they don't even know it yet. Competitors will always exist. You're never really going to be the only one doing what you do. As soon as you start doing it and as soon as you start seeing some success, others are going to want a piece of that. When competitors popped up, I was a little bit worried, and it kind of bothered me more than it does now. Whereas now I see it as, first of all, validation that my idea was a good one and that other people want to emulate what we've achieved. But also they keep the standards high. They keep us as a company moving forward. They ensure that we're always looking for further development. We don't get complacent at all. And overall, the existence of competitors, multiple companies doing the same thing, is going to keep the standards high in the industry. Don't be afraid to think really big. Don't be afraid to dream of something that right now might seem unachievable. It might seem out of this world. It's not. If you build it and you build it slowly, you build it well, it will grow. It can become something much bigger than you could imagine right now. You've got to put those strong foundations in place in order to get there, but it's important at the same time to go into this thinking of the end goal, where you want to be, because then in your mind you can plot milestones, you can plot a roadmap, you can set yourself targets along the way to get there. Without any real vision for where you want to end up, it's just going to be very difficult to have any purpose or direction, I think. As a company, we're involved in the exhibition and trade show industry on a worldwide scale. When it comes to preparations, always shop around for the best supplier for you. Some companies are very price focused, that's absolutely fine. You need to make sure you're getting a fair market price. Others, they really want a very high quality exhibition stand, and budget is important to them. They're going to want to go with a partner who really understands their brand. Shop around, it's not a one size fits all. There are going to be companies that can give you the same stand for a lower price due to the materials that they use. There are going to be other companies where they won't give you a necessarily low price, but the stand will look amazing because they'll use the best possible materials. So it's all about what you want to achieve as a company. Start in your preparations with that in mind so that you know exactly what type of supplier you want to be targeting. Schedule meetings in advance, because a trade show, if it's 2 days, 3 days, it sounds like a long time, but it goes very quickly. If you just rely on people coming up to your stand as they're walking past, you're not going to get that same quality of interaction with visitors as you would if you had a really detailed strategy beforehand to advertise the fact that you're going to be there, booking in meetings in advance, and having a schedule to stick to maximize that time. You've spent a lot of money to be at that trade show. You've got to make sure that you get the return on investment. I think it's important as well not to overcrowd your stand. Don't have too many people from your company there. Visitors often think that if you take a lot of people to the exhibition and you show yourself as this big company, it's going to impress visitors. It actually has the opposite effect. It's a little bit intimidating for a visitor because they see so many people from your company. They don't want to be outnumbered. They don't want to be one person who's got a slight interest in your product or your company coming onto your stand and being swarmed by 5 of your employees. I'd say don't overdo it. It's fine to have enough pairs of hands to cope with the exhibition. Don't send everyone there because it's just going to put people off and you're not going to end up speaking to some of the people who might otherwise come up to see you. Always focus on quality, not quantity. It doesn't matter if you speak to 200 people during the course of that trade show. If you get no leads out of it, it's a waste of money and it's a waste of time. If you speak to just 3, 4, 5 people who then go on to become very good customers of yours, that trade show can pay for itself in 1 or 2 deals. Actively interact with people because that face-to-face engagement is really important. It's not a case of being a competition of collecting business cards. It's about who you speak to and it's about what you get out of that as a company. If you do exhibit at any events, best of luck.